What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Jew coming at you with another Atlanta Falcons video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. In today's video, I would like to talk about wide receiver Ray Ray McCloud. But if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content or NFL content. If you'd like to follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram, you can follow me at Jew Talk Sports. If you'd like to be a part of my Jew Talk Sports membership, you can hit that join tab here on the channel as well. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So as I mentioned in today's video, I do want to talk about wide receiver Ray Ray McCloud, and was last season a fluke for Ray Ray McCloud. And what I mean by that is last season, Ray Ray McCloud did have his best season of his career. Ray Ray McCloud is a veteran guy that's been in the league for about, I think, 5 or 6 years at this point. He's played for teams like the Buffalo Bills. He's played with the Pittsburgh Steelers for a short stint. He was with the San Francisco 49ers. And then last season, he signed a 2-year deal with our Atlanta Falcons. But he played really, really well for the Falcons last year as our third string wide receiver, a guy that can play in the slot, a guy that can do a lot of different things as far as on special teams as a punt returner and a kickoff returner. But last year, he had about 87 targets, I believe about 62 catches for about 686 yards, but he in 1 touchdown. But he did put up pretty solid numbers for a third string wide receiver. He had 1 receiving touchdown last year. But I don't believe that last year was a fluke for Ray Ray McCloud. I really feel like Ray Ray is one of those players that when he gets opportunities to make plays, you know, he steps up. And we've seen that last year for our Falcons. I do feel like Ray Ray McCloud kind of took a lot of flack, especially from Atlanta Falcons fans last season, because Kyle Pitts, our star tight end, didn't get enough targets last year. And Ray Ray McCloud, I believe, got more targets than Kyle Pitts, if I'm not mistaken, last season. But when his number was called, more often than not, Ray Ray made big plays. He's one of those guys where you can just put the ball in his hands, whether it's a quick screen pass. You know, he is able to take it to the house because he has good field vision, being that he's a guy that does punt returns and kickoff returns. He was a guy at Clemson that did a lot of different things as far as a wide receiver / running back. And he's brought those talents and things of that nature to the NFL. And we've seen it last year. What shocked me about Ray Ray McCloud last year was his ability to run routes. He ran a lot more routes than I thought he could run. Coming into our Atlanta Falcons, I thought he was mainly a gadget type player, which you would use on reverses and things of that nature. But he showed me last year that he's a legitimate wideout, that he can run the full route tree, that he is a guy that can make plays on the football. And he did a solid job. Like I said, as a third string wide receiver, he really stepped up to the plate last year and put up solid numbers. He is a guy that can also run after catch as far as yak yardage and things of that nature. So I don't believe that last season was a fluke. I do believe if he gets similar targets, I don't know if he'll get 87 targets. I expect that to go down with Michael Penix at the helm. But one thing that I do believe is if you go look at Michael Penix in college when he was at Washington, he had a litany of wide receivers, guys like Jalen Polk. He played with guys like Rome Odunze, and the kid McMillan that plays with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers was also on that Washington team. And Penix is one of those guys that's going to spread the ball around. And we seen last year, even when Penix got in the game, that he was able to hit Ray Ray McCloud for a couple of passes down the field. And Ray Ray is one of those guys that can run really. He runs really well. He can get behind a defense with his speed and things of that nature. But he also, like I mentioned, is a guy, if you just put the ball in his hands, he's one of those guys that can make plays because he's a quick, elusive type athlete. So he is one of those guys that can make plays. And we've seen a lot of that last season. Like I said, when he got his opportunities, whether it was Kirk Cousins in the game, whether it was Michael Penix in the game, more often than not, Ray Ray did a good job of making plays and helping this Atlanta Falcons team on the offensive side of the ball and on the special team side of the ball. So with that being said, you guys give me your thoughts on Ray Ray McCloud. Do you expect his targets to go down? I do think his targets will go down some this year, but being that we're running that spread offense, or that West Coast offense. I expect the Falcons to still pass the ball a lot. And if we're going to pass the ball a lot and they're going to run a lot of 3 and 4 wide receiver sets, I could see Ray Ray McCloud, kind of duplicating what he did last year. I don't know if he'll have 600, plus yards. That could possibly go down to the 400-yard range. But I still think that he's going to be a guy that's going to get targets this season. So with that being said, I have a lot more content coming for you guys. But as always, Falcons Nation, if you're new to the channel, make sure you smash that like button for your boy. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for your boy. We are on the road to 3,000 subs and beyond. So with that being said, as always, Falcons Nation, rise up, be blessed. Peace.